Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to Season 3 of Luminous Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, we learnt a little bit more about the deputy's dark rogue history, or past. Yes, because we found out that this new muscle that the clan leader has brought in is not just a lightless cat, but is a lightless cat who banded together with some other outcasts of society in the mountains, paired up with a bunch of rogues, or I suppose grouped up with some rogues, and they were actually one of the groups that attacked and killed Luminous Clan cats back in Season 2. So yes, he has blood on his hands, this deputy. But he left that life behind because it was taking a toll on him. And I kind of like the idea that maybe, if you guys remember in Season 2, we had a group of cats who all, hold on a second. We had a group of cats, 4 siblings, apprentices, who died. They were Chestnut Paw, Blotch Paw, Bumble Paw, and Perch Paw. I kind of like the idea that maybe our deputy was involved in that particular attack, and the death of so many youngsters was like such a big burden on him, especially because he has a loving personality, that he left that life behind and rejoined the lightless communities, right, inside the mountain. He didn't want any more of that rogue life because he was used to his group of rogues attacking older cats or loners, stragglers, but he had never led an assault on youngsters before, and he never had so many youngsters massacred, and that was just too much for him. So yeah, he's got some history here. But okay guys, I'm really excited because that aside, we are going to have our little kittens turning into apprentices, so I cannot wait to see who their father is going to choose as their mentors. But let us start off by going to the leader's den and rolling the dice for how Godzilla Star is going to handle the next gathering. We already have 2 clans that we are hostile with. We have Shade Clan and Chirp Clan, which is not too good. So let's go ahead and see how this is going to go. Now, I'm wondering, I can't remember how many gaps there are between, or how many levels there are between allies and enemies. I've only ever experienced allies. Do we have a friendly? Is that an in-between maybe? We have hostile, but I don't think anyone's declared war on us just yet. But okay, let's roll the dice. Please do not be Shade Clan or Chirp Clan. But I think the way you act towards one clan does reflect a little bit on the other clans. So that's intriguing. But okay, here we go, guys. We got a 7. Great. We got a 7 on the 10-sided dice. So 2, 4, 6. It's Shade Clan. And we got an 8. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we got 8, guys. We got 8. So we are trying to appease them. So Godzilla Star, after maybe turning 2 clans hostile, has realized he needs to backtrack a little bit and try and appease Shade Clan, so he's gonna do that. But okay, here we go. Let us skip a moon. No birth and death notices, darn it. But Luminous Clan does not have enough healthy medicine cats. Cats will be sick / hurt for longer and have a higher chance of dying. At the gathering, Godzilla Star starts with a sincere appeal to Shade Clan, wishing for an end to hostilities. Shade Clan's leader's speech is brief and muttered. Seems they were expecting a very different tone from Luminous Clan. So Shade Clan relations have improved. That's good. He's playing some back and forth. While Shade Clan attempted a surprise attack on the Luminous Clan camp, Plum Raven fiercely guarded the nursery. However, it didn't end with Plum Raven unscathed. Oh no, that's why the medicine cat is down. We tried to appease Shade Clan, but they launched an attack. Even though our relations improved a little bit, I suppose they had already planned an attack based on what they were expecting us to be like at the gathering. And then Godzilla Star kind of threw them in for a spin because he was nice. But then they already had approved the attack to happen, probably while the other cats were away at the gathering. And then they hit the nursery, but Plum Raven was guarding the nursery, and she saved the kittens, but she got injured. And now we have a medicine cat down. Whoa, that was dramatic. Okay, Shadowspell has gotten heat stroke. Melon went for a long walk this morning, deep in thought. Yeah, I think he's thinking about his past and everything that's just happening now. The war, the fact that Godzilla Star brought them to this point, and the fact that the youngsters were attacked, and the whole reason he left, and his, past, not life, but his time with the rogues. I suppose his past life with the rogues. The reason he left all of that behind was because of the 4 apprentices who died in the rogue attack. And now we have a hostile clan attacking our youngsters. I don't think Melon would be able to stand for that. Okay, Daisy Kid has recovered from heat stroke. Watching with pride as Daisy Paw is named and given to Sunchill to apprentice under. Shadowspell knows that he was a good choice. Now, Sunchill was not one of the cats who as far as I'm aware, the leader was considering for the youngsters. So Sunchill must have made some sort of impression on the deputy, who then passed this information on to Godzilla Star. Or Godzilla Star maybe wasn't too impressed with the cats that he saw on patrol, and he felt like Daisy Paw would be best suited to Sunchill. But that's interesting, because Sunchill is childish, so I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen here. And I think Daisy Paw was self-conscious when he was younger. Okay, surprising Stone Speck, the first thing that Thunderpaw does after his apprentice ceremony is gather moss, just to make sure everyone has fresh bedding. Okay, I think Stone Speck, that means, was chosen for Thunderpaw. Stone Speck was one of the cats who went on a patrol with Godzilla Star, and she has had practice with, she's had, apprentices beforehand. Got Goldpaw. Goldpaw was the last apprentice, and she couldn't complete his training, but still, she was doing a good job, a really good job, when Goldpaw was alive. If Goldpaw had not died in that rogue attack, she would probably have gotten the title of the Gold Princess. So that makes sense. And I can't remember Thunderpaw's trait. I think he was charming when he was younger. Tornpaw can't seem to sit still as she bounces up to touch noses with Orchid Shine, swearing she'll be the best warrior the clan has ever seen. Okay, that's kind of cute because Orchid Shine was the mentor to Sunchill when Sunchill was an apprentice. And so we have this pairing going on now. And I love that Sunchill and Orchid Shine, you guys know how I adore situations where a mentor and a previous apprentice of theirs are both mentoring the next batch together. That's just really cool to me. But Orchid Shine was also another cat that went on the patrol with Godzilla Star. So I suppose he was impressed by Stone Speck and Orchid Shine for his 2 children, but he wasn't impressed with anyone else for Daisy Paw. He ended up picking Sunchill. Okay, well that's exciting. Let's take a look at the medicine cat den, and then we'll jump to the cat list and see how the youngsters look, and maybe try to figure out why they were given their particular mentors. Okay. Plum Raven, Claw Wound, Shadow, Swirl, Heat Stroke. Daisy Kid was given moss as treatment for heat stroke. They can die from heat stroke? Oh my goodness. And then thankfully he recovered. I'm gonna keep calling Daisy Kid a she, but no, it's a he. Thunder Kid was given plantain as treatment for fleas, and they will heal sooner. And yes, Plum Raven is down, which is not good news for, Plum Raven and for Shadowspell. Okay, let's check out our apprentices. Okay, we have a Daisy Paw over here who is insecure and likes splashing in puddles. Okay, Daisy Paw was self-conscious when he was younger, and I guess he has become insecure. He looks really cool though. It's almost as though, he's ticked, but it looks like he's got a very slight speckling on his coat, Very nice. Okay, very frosty. Looks like a frosty cat. And you were paired with Sunchill. And Sunchill is childish, a great kid sitter. They're very close in age. But I wonder if Godzilla Star picked Sunchill for Daisy Paw because he thought that Daisy Paw would feel more comfortable and less self-conscious around someone that is as childish as Sunchill. Someone who is going to be more playful with Daisy Paw and treat him like a friend and help bring out his better qualities in the way that a friend does. And maybe that's why this pairing happened. So it seems like a very relaxed and encouraging pairing, which I like. Okay, so that's good. Then we have Thunderpaw, our other male over here, who... Oh no, sorry. Was he charismatic when he was younger? I can't remember. But he is a charismatic cat and a careful listener. And his mentor is Stonespeck, of course, who I think is ambitious. Charismatic, careful leader, or listener, sorry, and ambitious. That's right. Great teacher with natural intuition. Now, I wonder if... Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize, guys, that when Dayprince and Goldpaw, they were both her former apprentices. I completely forgot that Dayprince was also her first apprentice. So she lost like 2 apprentices in the last attack. Wow. But yes, she's ambitious, so maybe Godzilla Star noticed that his middle child, Thunderpaw, was actually very skilled when it comes to talking with others and connecting with others. And he knows how ambitious Stonespeck is, even her ambitions for, entering politics. And I think he's hoping that along with the experience she has teaching apprentices in the past, she's going to be able to really hone Thunderpaw kind of in her image and make him into a very diplomatically capable cat. So that's kind of intriguing. And I mean, Thunderpaw is, along with his siblings, loyal to their father. So if Thunderpaw can become a very capable diplomatic cat, that would be very helpful to Godzilla Star, right? So I think that's why this pairing was made. And then finally we have Tornpaw, who is adventurous. Okay, so she was self-conscious as well when she was younger, but where her brother has become insecure, she has become adventurous. Avid play fighter, active imagination, and Orchid Shine is strict. Orchid Shine is strict, a talented swimmer. So I think maybe Godzilla Star is, again, hoping that Orchid Shine can give Tornpaw some sense of routine, some semblance of order, and help to shape her in a way that is going to be advantageous to Tornpaw in the future. Because that adventurous quality of hers can become a little bit blasé. It could become something that is, too relaxed or casual, but he feels like there's curiosity within that adventurousness. But that curiosity has to be applied in the right places, in the right times. And that's what he wants Orchid Shine to help teach to Tornpaw. So I really like the pairings that have been made. I don't know who would be more advantaged than the other. In terms of mentors and who's more experienced, obviously Stonespeck is the most experienced mentor, so Thunderpaw is advantaged in that way. And Sunchill is the least experienced mentor, so Daisypaw is disadvantaged in that way. But you never know. You really never know. So, okay, let's go ahead and see what everyone... Oh, no. We need to go back to events. I was like, let's continue with the cat list, but no, we're not even up to the cat list, jeez. I need to go back and see what's happening in events. We need to see what's going on with the relationships. Okay. Plumraven and Thunderkid keep trying to figure out what a bad smell in camp is. Thunderkid gives Plumraven a big piece of fresh kill. Buttercup Dusk thinks clanmates talk more highly of Daisykid than him. Buttercup Dusk and Magpie Heart defended their clan at the gathering together. Stonespeck and Godzilla Star get a little giggly off of some mysterious herbs they found on patrol. So they were already starting to bond a little bit before Godzilla Star chose Stonespeck as his charismatic son's mentor. After the gathering, Stonespeck notices that Daisykid is making sure everyone got home. During rough weather, Sunchill helps Cloudfur get safely to her den. While looking at the stars, Cloudfur and Sunchill make up some constellations. Shadowswirl notices some of Lupine Claw's fur on her fresh kill. Shadowswirl has a mock battle with Tornkit. Lupine Claw didn't warn Melon about a rock on the ground, which caused Melon to trip. Okay, so I feel like Lupine Claw, guys, I mean, she hasn't retaliated against this pairing with Melon. And in a lot of ways, just like with Godzilla Star, whether or not Melon is able to assimilate into the clan and stay in the clan is largely dependent on Lupine Claw. If she decides that she's not happy with this pairing and she breaks up with him before they have a litter of kittens, Melon is going to be booted from the clan because he has not kind of fulfilled his purpose. So there's no point to keeping him around. And he's taking up space. So it's kind of interesting that she hasn't said anything or done anything until now. It's like she's been observing the others. She hasn't gone out of her way to interact with Melon, but she is, along with her psycho self, charismatic and is someone who kind of smiles and goes along with what the others are saying to appease the greater group or the greater population. But it seems like privately she is she's none too happy with Melon, or she's rebelling just a little bit by letting him trip. She's being, I don't know, snarky, snide, what's another word? Petty. She's being petty. Lupine Claw sees Blissfur be kind to one of Lupine Claw's friends. Orchid Shine talks to Blissfur about a mutual friend they have both been worrying about. Orchid Shine prays that she isn't on patrol with Sunchill tomorrow. Okay, so two of our cats over here aren't getting along well, and this is actually odd because Sunchill is Orchid Shine's previous apprentice. But this is surprising. So she doesn't want to go on patrol with him tomorrow. Huh. Now, at this point, we have to remember that the youngsters haven't had the ceremonies just yet. So these guys haven't been assigned as mentors just yet in the timeline. That's so interesting. When tucking in for the night, Magpie Heart saw that Torn Kid fixed his nest. Thunder Kid's advice is more helpful than Magpie Heart expected. Peppa and Lupine Claw notice a cloud is shaped like a star. Peppa is jealous that Magpie Heart got to go to the last gathering. Godzilla Star cheers Stone Speck up after a small disagreement. Look at that, he's really been bonding with Stone Speck, and I think really appreciating. Maybe this is why he ended up choosing Stone Speck as the mentor for, oh geez, the middle one, the charismatic child, whose name is escaping me, and this is a little bit ridiculous. Thunderpaw, I'm so sorry. Maybe that's why he chose Stone Speck for Thunderpaw, because they've been actually getting along quite well. I mean, they got high off mushrooms, and then he cheered her up, and I think because he's spending so much time with her, he's noticing her ambition more, and he appreciates that, he likes that. Godzilla Star learns that Lupine Claw is scared of Thunder too. Okay, he's also been spending quite a bit of time on Lupine Claw, trying to see how she feels about Melon, and I feel like Lupine Claw is telling Godzilla Star that everything is fine, but then behind his back, she's not being nice to Melon. But she is two-faced. Daisy Kid mentions that Melon looks good today, at least the kittens are being nice to him. Melon sees a Magpie Heart put something back where it belongs, and he did jeez, my throat. He did defend the Magpie Heart, or rumors against Magpie Heart, in the last episode, I think. So he's been getting along well with this one. Blissfur notices that some of her clanmates talk very highly of Lupine Claw. Sunchill tells Shadow Swirl to count on him in a difficult situation. Daisy Paw hears a nice story about Melon. Okay, and so they've had the apprentice ceremonies now. And then Daisy Paw is hearing a nice story about Melon. Thunderpaw knows that Daisy Paw just lied. Wait, what? Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. So I'm interpreting that as Daisy Paw heard a nice story about Melon. Or Daisy Paw maybe told Melon that she had a nice story about him. But Thunderpaw knows that that was a lie. nobody said anything nice about Melon. Daisy Paw made up this lie, made up this story, and told Melon just to make Melon feel better. Interesting. Blissfur flicked some sand over Tornpaw's fresh kill while she was eating, and it seems as though that is all we have for the events. So let me cut the recording here and we'll resume with the cat list. Okay, it is time for us to continue with the cat list. First up, we have the loyalties. Nothing has changed over here. We still have Orchidshine, Blissfur, Daisypaw, Thunderpaw, and Tornpaw, who are loyal to Godzilla Star. Let's go ahead and do our mediation for the day. So obviously we have Melon and Lupine Claw, who have been having a little bit of problems. I'm pretty sure in the previous episode, they both had 3 bars of romantic, and Lupine Claw just lost one, and it's down to 2. And we were kind of seeing in the events how she was letting Melon kind of trip deliberately. So she is rebelling a little bit. She was quiet for a few moons so that nobody would think anything was out of order, but she's privately being kind of mean to Melon. So we're going to try and mediate between these two. Okay, respect, comfort, trust, romantic interest, and platonic like has increased and dislike has decreased. So Melon is obviously knowing how much is hinging on this. But that aside, because of his personality, his actually being more cooperative in this whole situation, just by the amount of like that has gone up, romantic like, as opposed to Lupine Claw, I feel like she's grudgingly kind of just going ahead with it, just to not alert anyone else that anything is out of order, because the leader keeps checking in on her and asking her questions about Melon. So, okay, and obviously the mediator is going to report back to the leader and such. So yeah, I think that's what she is doing. But, if she decided to stop putting up with it and she broke up with Melon before having a litter, then Melon would be kicked out of the clan. So I think there's a sadistic part of her that enjoys playing around with Melon and treating him like a bit of a toy, because she feels a sense of power knowing that a single decision of hers can get him kicked out. So okay, we have that. Now let's see what everyone is doing for the day. Godzilla Star thinks about taking in some kitty pets as apprentices. Maybe he feels like he needs more like him. He needs more cats like him. Melon purrs as a cool breeze hits him. Plum Raven saw a 2-legged kid playing with a dog. Buttercup Dusk saw a kitty pet with no fur at all. Pepper is sitting in the shade trying to hide from the heat. Stone Speck envies the deputy's position. I mean, I don't think we're surprised about this. We've noticed that Stone Speck has been having her eye on the deputy's position for quite a while. It's part of why she's so ambitious, and we know that the leader, even if he's not aware of her wanting the deputy's position, I suppose to an extent, he would know that she has high ambitions. I mean, that's why he chose Stone Speck for his apprentice Thunderpaw. Cloudfur saw a kitty pet rolling around a 2-legged garden. Shadowswell is planning to wake up early tomorrow. Magpie Heart saw some wandering 2-legs today. Lupine Claw can't get anything done with this heat. Orchidshine is conducting a rather rigorous training session for the younger warriors. Blissfur is thinking about her life choices. Sunchill sits quietly watching the cats go about their day. Daisypaw thinks that today is going to be a better day than the last. Thunderpaw asks Sunchill for hunting tips. That's actually really cute, considering that his mentor is actually Stone Speck. But he's a careful listener, so that tells me he might get kind of influence, or he might get knowledge from different sources, not just his mentor. And Tornpaw is feeling content, and that's all we have for the cat list. So let's cut the recording here and catch up in patrols. Wow, look at that. We actually have a lot of cats to work with, don't we? So okay, we're going to continue with patrols. We currently have 87.5 prey, and we need 41.5. So we're not facing starvation yet, but I am actually very, very nervous ever since we've kind of dipped below the 100. But let's send out, actually our medicine cat is down, isn't she? She is down. Okay, so we are just going to send out the cats and actually see how the first patrols for our apprentices are going to go and what their mentors are going to decide for them. So we're going to have, it seems, 2 patrols of 6 and a patrol of 1. So first up, we have none of the apprentices. Okay. But we have their mentors. At least 2 of their mentors. Okay. So Stonesback and Sunchill have decided they're not going to accompany their apprentices for their first ever patrols. And with them, we have Lupine Claw, Blissfur, Pepper, and Cloudfur. So let's send these guys out. The patrol finds a kitty pet who is interested in joining the clan. They banter with the cat a bit, making them feel more welcome. So a kitty pet has kind of come in from outside the mountain, has wandered close to where the Crystal River is, and these cats are going to help guide this kitty pet to the other lightless cats. Otherwise, this kitty pet might end up getting lost, potentially attacked by rogues. The patrol doesn't have to do much convincing. The kitty pet seems happy to join the clan. Eclipse Fade, join the clan. Your clan's reputation towards outsiders has improved. Okay, that's kind of cool because this is extra genetics for the future. A female adult with yellow eyes, a smoke pelt, cold, a good climber. But yes, we're going to help guide her to the lightless cats. She has a very nice name though, Eclipse Fade. Okay, now let's see what we're going to have for our next patrol of 6. Okay, there we go. So it seems as though Orchid Shrine is staying very close to her apprentice, Tornpaw. She wants to accompany her apprentice on his first trip, but also she's been given supervision of the other 2 apprentices as well, Daisypaw and Thunderpaw. And then we have Magpie Heart and Melon who are on this patrol as well. So let's send these guys out. Melon is the leader of the training group today and considers himself a good choice for the role. He's skilled at explaining things, which is especially beneficial for apprentices, if he can get them to listen, that is. Proceed. Going meow by meow through the warrior code, Melon imparts his ultimate lesson, that there is always a point where the code must be disregarded. To follow something blindly is not to truly follow it at all, and the code exists to guide their lives, not dictate them. Interesting, considering his background as a rogue. Huh. But you know, he failed at hunting last time, so he hasn't gotten anything done. Godzilla Star, I don't know if you're gonna get any hunting done, but like, you know, it would be nice. Of course. Godzilla Star finds a nice spot to sun himself. Proceed. Godzilla Star ignores the dangerously tempting napping opportunity, trotting off to sharpen his claws. He's always sharpening his claws, this cat, even when he's on his own, and has like a nice spot to kind of just sun himself. But we did not get any food. Now we have like more than enough to last us like the next 2 moons, but I am still stressed. I am still a little bit stressed. But okay guys, thankfully all our cats managed to stay safe. How much experience points did they get? Daisypaw has 1, Thunderpaw has 1, so all of them got 1 across the board. From next episode, the next moon, is when we're gonna like start to be able to tell who's kind of climbing to the top and who's falling to the bottom. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm gonna leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.